how to break down and assemble a TIG torch. Today, fam, I want to take a small, brief moment to break down the TIG torch, especially for those who are not familiar with the process, who have never touched it, but really want to dive into it. There are a few basics that you need to learn before you even jump on the equipment. You should be aware on how to assemble it and what are the pieces called, and also how to use it even if you're at home and don't have a piece of equipment where you can actually weld. You can still practice the process. So in this video, I want to talk about that briefly for the beginners. So today I want to talk to you about the TIG torch. They come in all different shapes, forms, and sizes. Some of them have a button, some of them have a knob, some of them have a trigger, some of them flex, some of them don't. It all depends on the units and things of that nature. But we're going to break down the assembly of it so you can kind of understand it. This part of the torch is the torch. This is the torch. This is the handle of the torch where you hold it at. This part here is your ceramic cup, and they come in different sizes. You know what I mean? You get them in all different sizes. This piece that you see sticking up here, this is your tungsten. They come in different sizes as well, and also due to the difference if you're working on stainless or steel or if you're working on aluminum. So, you know, these tungsten comes in different forms. Then you have your backing cap. Your backing cap can be long or it can be snug. Like this one, it can be small. So we're going to take a small moment and break this down. So we're going to remove the backing cap first. As you remove the backing cap, you see the tungsten instantly tries to slide out. Now, the next thing that slides out, this is your collet. This is the collet, fam, just collet. And this piece of copper holds the tungsten in place. So when you put a little pressure on it, it'll hold it and keep it from falling out. That's the purpose of it. Now we're going to remove the ceramic cup. And like I say, they come in different sizes. Then you got this piece here. I'm not going to take it out, but you got this piece. This is the collet body. The purpose of this is to hold the collet, so that way it won't fall out. You see, so as you put pressure on the back of it with your backing cap, it gets the tungsten tight. That's the purpose of it. Very easy, very easy. It looked like one of the students kind of got this one a little tight. Too tight. So you see how tight this is? You don't really want it that tight, fam. They got it tight too. They got it so tight, I had to go get some pliers or something to get this out. But you just want to have it tight with your fingers. If you get it tight like this, that means you can script it or something can happen to it. You don't really want that. You want to be able to just get it tight with your fingers, and that's all. A very, very easy situation to assemble. It doesn't take a long time to put this together. Now, we'll give you one more tip before we end this video. Due to the size of your ceramic cup, that's how you determine how much stick out you want your tungsten to have. If the cup is smaller, you're going to have a smaller diameter coming out. Normally it's going to be the same diameter of the cup opening. So you want your tungsten to stick out about the same length of your cup opening. And that's about a good rule of thumb to get you started for beginners. That's normally a good safe spot to get started. So it depends on the size of the cup. That's a great tip. But when you're breaking this down and you dive into this process, you have never did this before, I would recommend just getting you a pen and a piece of paper and draw out a couple lines and start doing some C patterns. You can do some figure 8 patterns. You can do some zigzag patterns, but start learning how to actually just draw it with a pen or with a pencil. The same way when it comes to walking your cup. You can use it, you can actually get a bottle, you can get something round, and you can walk it. Learn how to just allow the cup and not so much as you pushing it. If you got to put a whole lot of pressure on it, it'll slip and the cup will slip. You got to learn how to just allow it to, the small implements that you're doing, the small movements, and it'll move on its own, fam. But practice make purpose, and these are things you can do before you ever get a piece of equipment. So for those who want to work smart, start at home, fam. Hold on.